What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to Into the Squared Circle podcast. I'm your host, G Beast, right? You can find me on all my social media platforms. By the way, 5 of them: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. And by the way, my podcast, Into the Squared Circle, available on all major podcast outlets, of course. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, I should say, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And if you're listening on my podcast, Into the Squared Circle, hit the subscribe feed so you never miss a podcast each and every week. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, obviously you can see I'm not behind my desk in my man cave in my recording studio. Well, you know how it is. When you're busy in life and schedule is tight, you got to do what you got to do, right? So, yes, I'm in my car. But nonetheless, less than 48 hours ago, WWE Royal Rumble has concluded, 2023 to be exact. Yeah, what'd you guys think about it? Did you enjoy it? I put on my Twitter page, Into the Squared Circle Podcast on Twitter, left a poll on there, and it seemed like at the end results, probably a good 75% of you guys says didn't enjoy the Royal Rumble. And again, there was a different feel prior before the Royal Rumble, and then the poll prior before the Royal Rumble, a good chunk of you guys were excited, and very small percentages you guys didn't enjoy. So a big difference in how you guys feel before and after the Royal Rumble. Now it's less than 48 hours. It is the Monday after the Royal Rumble. Monday Night Raw is going down tonight, live on the USA Network. The aftermath of the Royal Rumble. So I won't spend too much time on it. If you watched it, just kind of join along with me. If you haven't watched it, you've lived under the rock, or you refuse to watch WWE programming, I guess we'll get you up to speed, right? So the show kicks off. By the way, it was live from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. You can find it on the Peacock Network for $9.99, or I'm not sure if they still have that special for $2.99. But yes, it was live on the Peacock Network, as always. It was live from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. 50,000 people crammed, packed inside of that dome. I can't imagine what the bathroom and beer line is. I can't imagine getting out of the parking lot. But nonetheless, I got the perfect ticket and spot, which is on the comfort of my own home, right? So the first match, 5 matches total. First one was the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble, 30-man battle royal over the top rope. I don't have the list in front of me who was part of the Royal Rumble. Any surprises? Booker T. Booker T showed up in his gear. Who else? Couple returns. They came off the injury list. Edge was one of them. Nia Jax. I'm going to see it, not spoiling it here. That's for the women's. Okay, when I guys know about the women's. But the men's wise, Booker T made his little in-ring return to the WWE. Edge came back. After disappearing for almost since October. And number 30, Cody Rhodes. So that's it. There's no big Hall of Famer, no big, The Rock or Stone Cold never walked out. So nothing major, nothing spectacular. Key moments. I'm laughing now thinking about it. A funny moment. And now it's stuck in my mind. And so if those who watched it kind of know what I'm talking about. The New Day. And it's edged in my memory forever now. The New Day slapping their ass. You're like, what? What are you talking about? If you just look at it back, if it's on demand on the Peacock, watch it. The New Day, I don't know what the hell they did. They flipped one over and they're slapping each other's ass. And by the way, Pat McAfee returned back on commentary, and he's like, Michael Cole, what the hell is that? Michael Cole's like, that's like a wheelbarrow with mud flaps. I'm like scratching my head like, what? Yeah, so that was on my mind now forever. Seeing New Day slapping the rear ends. What other key moments? Omos went toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman, of course. 2 big guys squaring off in the ring. Ricochet, he looked good, man. And again, he was in the ring and doing these awesome standing flips, and he looked really good in the ring, of course. And who's the longest Who lasts the longest in the ring? Well, you know, Sheamus, and who else? Gunther, man, that guy was impressive. I think he was number one. He made it all the way through the end. This was like an hour, a little over an hour. Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble. But of course, the final four. I'm trying to remember my own noggin here, the old cranium. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Seth Rollins, and I believe Mr. A-Town, Austin Theory. That's for Austin Theory. The final four and the Royal Rumble. Austin Theory made over. Now they came down to three. Cody, Seth Rollins, and Gunther. But there was a showdown between Cody and Seth Rollins. You know, the history between both men. They put on hell of a matches in the past. There's a nice little teaser, right? Nice little teaser between Cody and Seth. And they put on a nice little wrestling expedition match. Old school Cody Rhodes, of course, brought up the bionic elbow from his late great father, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Eventually, Seth got knocked over the ropes, and next you know, it was just Seth and Gunther. Two of the best in pro wrestling right now. Both men squared off. Guess what? Cody threw over Gunther over the top ropes. Cody, so now you're 2023 Men's Royal Rumble winner. By the way, somewhere on the links on this video, if you're watching YouTube, my predictions. I talked about my predictions. Who will win the Royal Rumble and all the other matches. Cody was my pick. So far, a good start for my picks. Up next, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. That one I was kind of a little curious on how it's going to play out. These guys going to wrestle in the dark. There's going to be a pool of Mountain Dew. They're going to wrestle just like the Jericho and Orange Cassidy, the Mimosa match. It's going to be just a pool of Mountain Dew, and they're going to wrestle in there like the women's match, like a panties mud match. I don't know how it's going to be. A lot of fans were curious. Well, guess what? The match happened, and now we know what was the pitch black match most. The match of Bray Wyatt versus Eli Drake. Almost lost his name here. The match was all glow in the dark. Glow in the dark ropes. The Mountain Dew logo in the middle of the ring. Glow in the dark. Bray Wyatt had a glow-in-the-dark paint, looked like Naomi returned back to the WWE. You had Eli Drake had glow-in-the-dark trunks and glow-in-the-dark knee pads and shoes, boots. It was a glow-in-the-dark. It was like a bowling alley in a ring. If you've ever been into the glow-in-the-dark bowling alley, this was like a bowling alley in a wrestling ring. It was unique, right? It was unique. It was different, right? Something you don't see in a major scale pro wrestling ring. How was the match? Well, Bray Wyatt pretty much conquered Eli Drake throughout the whole match. Conquered and defeat him, of course, 1, 2, 3 for the win. A lot of fans weren't too happy about it. Yeah, it was unique. It was different. They again, it's something never, I can't say never been done, but it hasn't been done in a long time, I guess. A lot of fans were pointing out of a AAA match back in the 2000s. I have to verify it and check and see if there's an actual video out there for it. But it's something you don't see on a national wrestling platform, to be exact. But nevertheless, it was it's okay, man. It's all right. Bray Wyatt storyline. What's that movie? The Minions movie. Well. Nevertheless, it's okay match. It was unique and different. The match ended where Bray Wyatt won, dragged Eli Drake out to the crowd. Apparently there was like a prop stage, and Bray Wyatt laid him out on the prop stage, and Uncle Howdy, Boy Howdy, was on top of the scaffold, and then did a elbow drop, like what, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 feet in the air, right through the fake stage, and pyro and stuff was blowing up, and that was it. And Bray Wyatt was standing up there laughing, sweating, while Boy Howdy jumped from the scaffold and went through the stage and stayed down there. And that was the ending results for that. So there's that. All right, let's move on to the women's championship match between Bianca. By the way, Bray Wyatt won, and that was my picks. So 2 so far. I'm doing good. Up next, the women's match for the WWE Raw's Women's Champion between Bianca Belair and drawing a blank. Bianca Belair and, well, now I'm drawing a blank. I apologize for that. Bianca Belair was in the match, and I can't remember. And I apologize for the opponent if you're watching this. I'm probably going to get zipped for this. But by the way, Bianca Belair won the match. She looks like a star. She looks great. And she retained the title. So Bianca Belair walks out as still the women's champion, of course. And by the way, that was my pick. Bianca Belair winning the match. I apologize if I forgot the opponent. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get slandered for this. But Bianca did win the Raw Women's Champion. Okay, let's talk about what else is next. The Women's Battle Royal. Okay, the 30 Women Battle Royal. Michelle McCool, she joined the Battle Royal. She was sitting at ringside, and she was wearing a normal T-shirt, and took the T-shirt up and hopped over the barricade and got in the ring. And some of the key moments, Roxanne Perez, she looked great. She looked like a star. She was young. She was hungry. She looked great in the ring. As I mentioned, Nia Jax, she was number 30. They botched the number 30 spot because her music played, but they didn't give her the countdown for her. So when her music played, next to the countdown clock showed on. They're like, oh, well, forget about it. She's a surprise. She came out and she got knocked over the ropes within not even 12 seconds. Yeah, so there you have it. And the winner, that's the key moment. This is the match I lost. I picked Liv Morgan. Guess what? Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley were the last two women in the ring. And man, I was this close from having Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble. She went over the top rope, and Rhea Ripley, so you say your name right, Rhea Ripley won the Women's Battle Royal by this much. And I was this close. But I lost this match. So 3 matches I won. 3 matches I got right. Match number 4, this close. Liv Morgan almost won the match, the Royal Rumble match. But Rhea Ripley won it. And, man, what a damn shame. But, well deservedly, Mommy, wink, wink, won the Royal Rumble, right? So she got that. What else is going on? Well, the main event, the big time feel. A slobber knocker, as Jim Ross would say. It was a hell of a match. It was a main event, big time match. It was dramatic. It was fun. It was exciting. It was exciting as a fan to watch. Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion, versus the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Both men went at each other. They put on a hell of a match. It was a story. I recommend this match. Okay, I'm not gonna take a dump on it. I recommend it. It's a good match. If I gave a star, Dave Meltzer rating, I gave it a 4.5 stars. It's a good match. Both men kicked ass. It was an ass whooping match. Both men went toe to toe. Roman Reigns pretty much dominated for a majority of the match. Kevin Owens was a underdog babyface, was trying to get back down, got back up. Sami Zayn, who was part of Roman, but he also was part of Kevin Owens' side. He's telling Kevin Owens, stay down. Do not get up. Roman Reigns will still beat the living hell out of you. Again, he was leaning towards KO, trying to protect him. Stay down and just lose the match. But Kevin Owens kept getting up. He was a warrior. A crowd was pumping. Every time Kevin Owens get up, the momentum start picking up. But there was a spot, a heel spot in the match where Roman pushed KO and he went into the ref. The ref was knocked out, went out of the ring. Guess what? KO picked up a momentum, get the pop-up powerbomb on Roman Reigns. Pinned him. 1, 2, 3, 4. No ref. Guess what? When there's no ref, and you have the Bloodline and Paul Heyman on the side with Sami Zayn, they're heels, let's cheat. What happens? Roman Reigns low blow, KO. Roman Reigns requests Sami Zayn to bring a chair in the ring. Again, Sami Zayn grabbed the chair, but he stalled. He killed time without tossing the chair in the ring, and he pissed off Roman Reigns because he stalled on the chair. He's like, why are you taking forever to throw a chair at me? And KO, I can't remember if he gave him a stunner But he took out Roman Reigns, and the ref woke up unconscious, got in the ring, 1, 2, 2.5, and Roman Reigns was this close to losing the title because of Sami Zayn delaying on the chair by this much. And the facial reaction between Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn were good. They're like, holy smokes, I almost had a career suicide, right? Long story short, as the match got towards the end, Roman Reigns defeated KO on a great match. 1, 2, 3 for the win. Clean finish. Roman Reigns, by the way, was my pick. So, again, four matches. 4 matches I got right, and almost had the Women's Battle Royal this close. So I was like 98% this close for having the whole card going clean. Almost. Roman won the Undisputed Champion. So let's talk about what happened after. Well, there was a beatdown. The Bloodline got in the ring. They had a beatdown, a group beatdown on KO, Kevin Owens. And Roman Reigns had a chair in his hand. And he was about, there was a point, Paul Heyman had handcuffs in his pocket. So, who the hell be walking around in San Antonio with handcuffs in their pockets, right? So, Paul Heyman pulls out handcuffs. They handcuffs KO to the ropes. Roman Reigns about to bash him in the head with the steel chair. Sami Zayn stopped Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns like, what are you doing? I'm about to bash him. He's like, don't do it. Roman Reigns like, okay, if you're not going to allow me to bash him in the head, you can spill his guts out for me. And as Roman Reigns was about to do it, I'm not Roman Reigns. As Sami Zayn had the chair in his hand, he was about to do it. He hit Roman Reigns in the back instead. And the 50,000 people like, oh, 50,000 people like, holy smokes. What just happened? Sami Zayn turned on not only Roman Reigns, but the Bloodline. And Paul Heyman's face just like, what the hell you just do? Career suicide. And next thing you know, the Bloodline attacked Sami Zayn. That was a beatdown on both men, KO and Sami Zayn. But there was one member in the Bloodline that didn't take part in the jumping. And I know I'm gonna get attacked for this, but was it Jey Uso? One of the Usos refused to be part of the Bloodline group attack, and he stood back in the corner. And everybody in the Bloodline turned around and looked at him and was like, dude, why are you not jumping him? Instead of that, Uso decided to jump out of the ring and walked away. So there's a little tension, a little boil in the Bloodline and the Uso brothers. As Sami Zayn, he saved Kevin Owens' ass and took a bullet for him. But now, he's out of the Bloodline. What's next for the Bloodline? What's next for Roman Reigns? What's next for Cody Rhodes, who is now the men's 2023 Royal Rumble, since he's going to headline? By the way, nice little story here, really quick to end this whole recap. Cody Rhodes, I followed, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fans follow Cody Rhodes since the very beginning when he left WWE to AEW, New Japan, Impact Wrestling, now back to the WWE. And I had a chance to meet Cody when he was part of Ring of Honor, prior to Ring of Honor was purchased by AEW. And thinking that he performed here in Chicago in front of, less than 200 people for Ring of Honor. And I was lucky enough to meet him. And an autographed picture. Again, I had a photo taken with him. And seeing him in front of 50,000 people, billions of people across the world. And here he is, pointing at the WrestleMania sign, winning the men's Royal Rumble and headlining WrestleMania. It's a good moment. It's a good moment. As a fan, again, just to see this happen, this evolution of Cody happening, it makes me feel good as a fan. And I'll post some of the videos of, I'm not making this up because I have a legit poster and nothing but Cody downstairs. I'm a big fan of Cody. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. And I'm looking forward to see him headline WrestleMania. Hopefully, maybe face Roman. So again, my friends, If you watch the premium live pay-per-view to be exact, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And if you're listening on my podcast, Into the Squared Circle, hit the like, hit the subscribe so you never miss an episode each and every week. And again, my friends, take care. Have a great day or a great night whenever you decide to watch this or listen to this fine podcast or video episode. Till next time, my friends. Bye-bye.